Welcome to Religion, Spirituality, and the Arts, a collaboration between Butler University and Christian Theological Seminary, the goal of which is to bring artists from different disciplines together to share works based upon a selected biblical text.
So these are all the artists from the seminar. You've seen some of their art in the hall, and you will hear from some of them later this evening.
It's the creation of local mover and shaker, Rabbi Emerita Sandy Sasso.
Rarely have visual artists, musicians, and writers, and photographers, and architects have the opportunity of building a shared community of thought and practice.
And speaking of creation,
is it a tango? Is it a waltz? Yes.
when fifth-round participant, composer Becky Archibald heard that the theme would come from Genesis and be creation, she thought, I can do anything. That meant taking a chance by doing something she had never done before, composing a tango. But after a little research, optimism took a turn towards the dark side, leaving Becky in a quandary. And so this is a tale of how she took that blackness she uncovered and turned it towards the light. It was Argentinian poet Ricardo Corrales that got Becky Archibald's attention, and how. His 1911 poem, Tango, contains the following.
The all-absorbing love of a tyrant, jealously guarding his dominion over women who have surrendered submissively, like obedient beasts.
I just got so mad. I got so angry about it.
Oh, okay.
That it just jumped at me that I'm going to write an anti-tango, and it's going to be disobedient beasts. So that's what I
So
started.
this is okay. So this is kind of a woman's anthem
I think it is.
as a disobedient beast. So how did it begin?
When I was thinking of tango, think of a bump, bump. And then it was more like bump, 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 bump.
But so far you're being very traditional. You're being very non-experimental just yet.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you decide, okay, I'm going to take this shape, is what you called it.
So then I'm trying to just be kind of beastly, working on that. But it's something like.
What you tell students sometimes is, don't worry if you don't know where the piece is going to go next. Enjoy the feeling of being lost.
I mean, when I first started writing, I right away felt like it was similar to reading a mystery novel. You didn't know what was going to happen next. So it kept bringing me to the piano to see what was going to happen. Now, so if you're reading a novel, do you want to know the ending? If you can find a way to just enjoy and embrace and know you're going to explore things that aren't going to work out.
And that's the joy of it.
And it's especially joyful when you go, yay!
Can you give me an example of a wrong answer? And can you give me the right answer?
The wrong answer. It felt like it was too jarring of a change right there.
Let me hear how you resolved it. What's the right answer? It ends slightly dissonant, am I correct on
Yes,
that? And
yes.
the first one had its dissonance before the ending. Is that so? You like the uncertainty of the ending?
Yeah.
It sounds very introspective.
What I realize is that anger produces beauty. Anger, rather than, it didn't seem to get me anywhere by just, smashing out angry chords, but I could connect to this. This had heart. So that one has evolved into a violin piano duet. I have a violin counter melody that's just, it's just so,
translate.
do you want to hear a little bit?
Translate to me, so
yeah,
I know what
it's so beautiful.
And I hear that's how Beethoven got started, knocks on the doors. Oh, well, anyway.
Good to see you. Thank you.
I came back a few days later to meet the source of this beauty, the artistry of violinist Dean Franke, who's just finished a 27-year stint with the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra and is a 10-year collaborator with Becky. Becky's crafted a fine score, all right, but the fun comes when they improvise.
Maybe the first three could be more jun-jun, jun-jun, jun-jun.
Yeah, I broadened those double stops.
He's such a pleasure to work with. He just, I feel safe to be wild, kind of.
Yes, we bring out each other's wild side.
How much of it is mind reading, how much of it is hard work, and how much of it is throwing something funny the other person's way to see what they do?
It's 100% of each of those for a total of 300%.
Have you ever had a moment where you're off script and you both think, wow, that was beautiful, and then you go like, I can't recapture that?
I often think of what we do as those sand sculptures. When it's finished, it's all beautiful, and you shake it up and it disappears and you start over again. That's how fleeting I often think the life of a musician can be.
Were you winging it at the end there, or were you?
At the end, we tried 7 different versions of it.
And this back and forth will take place even on the night of the concert.
I think we tend to push the boundaries more when it's in the moment, and hopefully there's a little electricity in the room that's not just between the performers, but from the audience as well.
So, Becky, are you happy? You said you didn't want something trite, and you didn't want something overly tango-ish. So, are you pleased where it's going?
Oh, very, very much.
This is kind of a landmark time for you, though. This marks an anniversary for you.
I started writing 20 years ago for my mom's birthday, trying to make a gift for her, not knowing that I could write music.
So your gift to her was actually a gift to yourself, right?
It was. Had no idea, yeah.
And here we are, working on Tango for Disobedient Beasts.
I hope each time that I'm revealing something new about myself when I'm writing. I hope I'm not hiding behind the work, but I hope I'm expressing me. There's a lot of different personalities in the piece. I think my sense of humor came out, hopefully. There was passion.
When you introduced the piece, you said, this is my baby.
Yeah.
I take it because it was a disobedient beast, it was a girl baby. So how did she do? How did your girl do tonight?
She did really well. Yeah, I think everybody could see when they looked at her face, they saw a little bit of me.
I found this audience to be one of the most engaged audiences I've ever played for. You made it feel like you walk out on stage, you start playing, and there's that connection. Definitely adds a lot of energy to the performance. That's why I keep telling people that live music has something totally unique that recorded music can't bring to you. It's the live performance where it all really happens.
And so Becky Archibald's venture into tangoism comes to a rather successful close. But religion, spirituality, and the arts is not yet done with Genesis. And round 6 promises a unique cultural pairing.
So when we do Adam and Eve, I think we're going to look at Shelley's Frankenstein.